Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yes, we're here this morning. It's let's see what's going on. Everybody should be on the screen. Yes, yes, yes. Let's make sure we're on the right. Of course, I always need to check this network. Okay, we're on the right one. We should be running. We're live. We're live. Good morning, Abra. Good morning, Abra. We're live this morning. Let's see what's going on in market. Yesterday, SPX had a humongous red day. A humongous, like 2% went down real bad yesterday. I'm going to show you. Woo, y'all see there? Oh my goodness. Right? We gapped down and kept going. This is one of those gap and goes yesterday. I looked at it when we were talking yesterday morning on the call about what was the catalyst. Google had actually decent earnings, but then dropped, and then Tesla. But then it's like all this from that, it seemed like a lot, seemed like a bit of an overshoot, right? But this is definitely where we are. There is a gap down here that SPX might be running for. Let me move this because I want you to see that there's a gap down here that is between, oh, what is the bottom of this gap? Where's my numbers? 53.60 and 54.11. Ooh, that's a lot lower than we are right now because we're at 54 in the pre-market. Well, there's no pre-market. I got to go to SPX 500 to see what the pre-market looks like. But actually, we're not too far from that gap, and it might just dip down enough in it to grab off the gap and then keep going. Might go in there, get a little juice off of the gap, and then turn around. We, again, don't want to speculate, but hey, Tanya, but that happens a lot of times, right? I'm trying to put this in place so we'll know what the levels are inside of this gap. Say the gap is between 54.09 and 53.76. That'd be a huge drop to get down to it, but it is down there. And sooner or later, gaps do like to be filled. And this one hasn't been filled yet. It came as a result of something that happened back on January the 11th. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Of course, there's a gap above now that has been created. And of course, that one will want to be filled too. Question is, will we fill one before the other? And how will we enjoy that? How will we enjoy that? This is a gap fill to the top side, which from yesterday's gap down 54.99 seems like the bottom, and the top of that is 55.54. So if I look at SPX 500, we can look to see that we're currently at 54.25. So we're currently at 54.25 is our current price. Okay. So I'm going back to SPX and see 54.25. Where does that put us in here? 54.25 puts us underneath where we currently are. 54.25 is down in here. Right? Just below the close of yesterday is where the market currently is. This is the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame I'm looking at. Hey, Ward, good morning. This is the daily time frame. So at this point, we're down here. I won't say we're on the way to this gap, but we're much closer to this gap than we are to this one. Okay, so that will be something to be mindful about. Okay, let's go look to see. Oh, I don't think I've added them on, so that means I need to switch to something else. Let's go check out the earnings and see what Adam had to say while I get the other URLs open up here. While we get some other stuff open. Okay, so earnings yesterday, we had Chipotle, after close yesterday, Ford, ServiceNow, IBM, Viking, Sands, Newmont. I had a Newmont trade. I closed it up before the market closed. I don't know what it even did after. I wasn't standing around waiting to see if my trade made it. Nope. Use wisdom. Celestica, Whirlpool, and Waste Management were yesterday. This morning, we're going to have American Airlines, AbbVie, Hasbro, Honeywell, RTX, Southwest, Keurig, Dr. Pepper, AstraZeneca, and Valero, right? After market closes today, we're going to have Dexcom, Skechers, The Biscuits at Texas Roadhouse, Decker Brands, Boston Beer, maybe, Juniper, Lending Tree, Opfolio, and I want to say that's NOY or NOV it may be. Right. Let's see what Adam had to say for the morning. Let's see what Adam has to say. After back testing 5587, which is major resistance, sales on Tuesday, SPX put in its biggest red day since late 2022. A full day of selling, getting to 54.31 target. Today, the bulls get a tiny window for a relief pop. The plan is 54.07, which has held so far, is support. It keeps the pop to 54.31, 47, 68 plus alive. If 54.07 fails, then we sail to 53.95. I always end up looking after the day is all over because it's always easy to see what there was to see after it's done, after the deal is done. But you always look back going, boy, there was so much money to be made yesterday. And then you look back like, I missed it. I was busy teaching. So there was that. But yeah, so these are the numbers that Adam has given us. There's a gap of about 43 points between ES and SPX. Looks like 54.07 needs to hold. That is 54.07 where it closed yesterday. Don't know what it ends up doing today. So we're at 54.25 right now. So 54.26, 27, it's kind of recovering from that place. We'll see what happens. But if you look here, let me switch the screen again. Definitely on the daily time frame, this is a good support area. If you're looking here at this chart, you all should be able to see the chart. Come on, Cletus. We're right in a support zone. We're right there now. Where came right down to it. Right, we're right there at this point in a support area based on June the 13th, 14th area, somewhere back in here. And we have our pivots here. The next level of support is down here at 53.87, which I believe puts us down into where that gap is. And 53.34 are the areas of support. This is the pivot indicator, tells you where, gives you some supports. I put my 4 and 5 back on. After yesterday's activity, I'm like, God, you need to see all the numbers you can see. You need to see all the numbers you can see. Happy Friday Eve. Good morning, Stacy. How we doing? I did a look at our credit spreads for trades for the week. I did a look at our list for the week. It should be coming to the screen now. And all of these trades are profitable at this point. Honestly, if you got into any of these, you probably have closed them or ready to close them today. But all of these are good trades except for Disney. Disney got the bottom. The PCS on the Disney is the only one that is not good. But all of these, all the ones in the put credit spread area, the Exxon trade so far is going well. And Disney, 92, 93. The PCS has been busted because the current price is at 89. So that part at this point today, Thursday. So if you got any of these trades, you should be ready to close them off. Yes, no, that's not Thinkorswim. That is Trading View. Oh, I didn't mean to bring it to the screen. That's Trading View, Abra. That's Trading View. So all of these trades are good to go. All right. And hopefully if you entered, you are ready to close them off. If you enter, you're ready to close them off. We're going to talk about, not today, I don't think. We might look today at what's on the top 10 list. I'll look later in the day and then see what we will have to put on maybe for tomorrow. And we do on Friday to put up for the next week. Good morning, Saida. How you doing? I did a video this morning. I should include it on the screen because where'd that go? It's when I gave it some more thought, about let me see if I can find it. About what is the week of a trader? What is the week of a credit spread trader? What does that actually look like? What does that what could it be? If you're really looking to get away from your screens and not being at your screens too much, what does that actually look like? It's called Pivots Standard, and this on Trading View. Pivots Standard. It's on Trading View. Okay. Anyway, I thought about what is in the week of a what is the week of a option seller? What can it look like? I want to change screens because I feel like, yeah. Let me see. How do I get this out there? There we go. Let me move this and take this out here. Y'all aren't looking at that just yet. What should that look like? Because if we're looking at how do we get away from our screen so much or not have to watch your screens? Because depending on what you're doing as a seller, one of the things that I do tout as selling is that it doesn't require as much watching. So what then does the week look like? What would your week look like? Well, Friday and Monday, you could enter your weekly trades, Fridays and Monday. Friday, if you're going to ride over theta for the weekend, and Monday, if you want to just wait to be in the same week. Tuesday, you can close out Friday's trades, most likely, and trades to close out those Friday's trades at 50% profit. There's really not a lot to do on Tuesday unless you just want to enter something else for that same week. Not required, because if you go into what you got in on Friday and Monday, then you don't really have anything to necessarily enter on Tuesday. You can close some stuff on Tuesday. And even the closing can happen automatically because you just put on a close order, and when it hits, right? You don't have to watch it to close it. Just put on the order if you got your 50% profit. On Wednesday, you're closing Monday's trades, again at 50% profit. On Thursday, you can close any remaining trades. If you got any left to steal by Thursday, you should be able to close those. And you can research for Friday's trades if you want to look at it on Thursday. And then on Friday, you enter the trades for the next week. Hopefully what you put on Friday and Monday is all ready to close by Friday. I have found that I enter trades on Wednesday, which takes me later in the week. Then I end up with trades to close on Friday. I'm not a fan of that, right? I don't really like that very much. So when I started thinking about what should my week as an option seller or credit spread trader, what should that week look like? This is what I came up with. This is what it did. And this is a TikTok video and an Instagram video. It's a YouTube short. So in all the places as a short little video with the music and all. But I captured the picture so we could see what actually does it that week look like, right? What does that week actually look like? It's called Pivot Standard. Let me put that here. Okay, you got to have Trading View in order. There may be something similar to it on Thinkorswim. I don't know. You'd have to check over there and see if there's something on Thinkorswim that can look at. But I'm going to look at I'm going to look today. I'll look later in the day for the top credit spreads for the week, and then we can look at maybe entering those tomorrow for next week's expiration. Okay. Good morning, Linzo. Good morning. Yesterday, I put out a video on the debit spreads examples. Let me go see if I can grab this. There we go. I don't know if I showed this. It should be in the comments. Can y'all see the comments before, like that happened before you got here? Can y'all see the comments that happened before you got here? If so, the debit spreads video link is there. Basically, if you want to trade as a buyer, you can trade with debit spreads. I wonder, did a few of you get into to the impact, the group I told y'all about yesterday? I mentioned you could get into the impact investments for free. You know, they're doing, again, that group is primarily for buyers, but there's a lot of good. Oh, LL, I need to talk to you. So make sure to send me a message, please. I need to talk to you. You did get in. If you did get in, go ahead and put another yes. You were there. Okay, so everything is worked out for you because we're working on. Okay, cool. Yay. Wonderful. I love it when the plan comes together. But last night there was a call about using capital flow and how do you use capital flow for getting into stuff. How do you use capital flow to find your trades? Flow is basically where the big money is buying right now. You're seeing things at real time. And one of the owners or leaders of the Impact Investments Discord is also the one who owns Capital Flow, who designed and created Capital Flow. So he was on last night talking about that. You get into the Impact group. Go back into our Telegram and look at scroll up to where Impact. There's a link there, and it tells you that you use the code 100 in order to get it for free. There's a link. Maybe I can go grab it real quick. There's a link, and if you use 100, you can get it for the free. For the free is a good thing, right? It's a way for you to check out how Impact functions. Again, I'm over there, and it's a bunch of good folks over there. Let me see. I got the link here. I'll put it there. I think you were managing your health at the time, Abra. I do like the fact that they do have a morning call each day. Their morning call is at 9:45. And there's a bunch of people on there. The two people who are kind of in charge of the Discord, not kind of, they are in charge of the Discord, JT and TJ are there. There's trades that are called out. Some people who are there talking about different things. It's a really good community, and it's a community. The call lasts about an hour and some change. They get on like 9:45 and they get off about 11:30, 11:45, somewhere around there. But it's a good, I'm not on at that time. I'm not talking, I'm not on live or anything like that. And they are there. And the Discord is loaded with really good education, which is the thing that drew me to it, not the buying piece. I've learned a lot of stuff about buying while I've been there, but the strategy that I'm learning is the strat, and they don't really talk the strat per se. So I'm not there for that. I'm there for the education and what's there. And I really think that's what we're all after. And they call trades. They call trades. So people are, there's a small account challenge going on with a young lady, Kendra Nicole, and she's doing a really good job over there with the small account challenge. So yeah, Stacey says, I'm gonna stick with you for now. I want to learn selling. Yes, I'm totally with that. The reason I even mentioned the impact investment was because there are people who are buying and selling, who are doing the buying too. And you may not know, you may be following people who may not be, there for you. And I want to say that this is a group that I know the people. I like the people. I've met them in person. I've spent time with them. And it's just a place I would recommend if you're interested in doing something buying. Of course, I want y'all to just hang. I'm not trying to tell y'all to go somewhere else and leave me. That's not what I'm suggesting. And not at all what I'm suggesting. I'm just saying, if you're doing both, then go check out what they got to offer over there too. That way you can see both. I'm not suggesting that anybody leave me. Okay. Not at all. Okay. So anyway, I was going on about this debit spreads video, which if you're doing buying, that's how this came about. If you were doing buying, debit spreads would be a way for you not to have to put a whole bunch of money on the trade. That's what that's all about. Okay. Okay. I put the link to the video. I believe I did into the chat. Let me see if I can find it up here too. So that way I can put the link to that video in our comments, because I want you to be able, there it is, to watch the video. Want you to be able to watch the video. Oh yeah, we staying. We're here. We're here. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not suggesting that anybody leave me. I'm just saying that if you're doing buying and you're not sure like who to follow with that, then that's a place to plug some guys I recommend. All right. So there's options 411 for those who are new to options and you want to really learn more about options. And options 411 Unlocking the Basics is a class, a little training course I put together that will help you do that. Okay. Let's go on and look at what's going on in the market. We saw yesterday SPY, SPX, Tesla, all the big boys, Triple Q, they just all literally fell off the bone yesterday. Literally fell off the bone. But you know what though? They may be going after this gap down here because this is SPY. SPY, of course, will have the same gap that that SPX has. Okay, I'm going to put the whole gap on and then I'll put on what's left. As I do most days, I'll put on what's left of the gap. What's left of it is this much. The darker part is what's left of the gap. Let's put us a little note in here that says, oh, come on. No, I didn't want that. Not what I wanted. Come on, stop. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not trying to suggest that y'all leave me. Y'all my people for sure. And we're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. But I know that folks are out in these streets doing buying and I just don't want you to end up with some people who are not going to do right by you and your resources. Because any of these groups, I mean, this group here, the impact group costs $50 a month. It's definitely inexpensive. From as far as groups go, it's inexpensive. But there are people who are taking in more money and giving you less service. And I don't want that for anybody, any of my people. If you're going to be somewhere, at least let me recommend some place to go. If you're going to supplement, all right? Here, there's a gap above us again, like I said. We're currently, though, in a support area. It stopped right at the top of this gap. It is currently going into the gap, though, 541.08. It's kind of getting into the gap a little bit this morning, but it may totally drop down some more, fill this gap, and then turn around. The gap at the bottom of the gap is 537. I'm just speculating, but I would not be surprised if it fell down and grabbed the rest of this gap. It's way too close to not do that. I would be shocked if it didn't. I would be shocked. Even though I believe JT showed us on the call last night that there was a lot of SPY calls that were coming in at the end of the day in the flow. Of course, that flow is going to try to help turn it around. But as far as time frame continuity goes, there's a lot of red, and more red for the week. Okay, this is SPY. Again, I wouldn't be shocked if it filled this gap and then did a turn. I could be wrong. Okay, because it could just run back through where it came from. But there's some resistance along the way here. Some resistance along the way. 544. Current price 541.30. Like it's trying to recover here at the bottom. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, that's SPY for the morning. Triple Q. See what it has to offer. Y'all, I am trying to get my water in. I feel like I'm not drinking enough water each day. So when I have my water as plain water, which I don't mind plain water. There are people who don't like plain water. I don't mind plain water, but I do find that I'm not getting enough water. I'm not intaking enough water when it's plain. So I went ahead and put some more of my flavor packets inside my water. I feel like I drink more of it when I have flavor, which is weird because I like them both. So anyway, today I decided I'm going to, and I also find that if I drink coffee, I don't drink as much water. It's almost like, even though coffee is a diuretic, it takes away my desire for more water. Even though people say water is in coffee, you can't count that as water. You can, but you can't. There was a gap on Triple Q yesterday that was from June the 11th that got filled yesterday. This was that gap. I'm just going to show you that it was from back here in June, but it got filled with that monster yesterday. Filled the gap. It was a monster. And then Triple Q down here. Listen, you can't even call this potentially, maybe you try to call it an exhaustion candle. It just needs to be tired of going down, right? 463 is where we are right now. In the pre-market, we're at 463. We're at 463. So you see how this gap got filled. I'm going to take it back off, but I wanted you to see that there was a gap here that has now been filled from yesterday's price action. It's almost like I've heard somebody say that gaps are like magnets, like the gap pulls almost like a vacuum. It pulls the price towards it so that we can take those off so that it finally will come back and fill it. Triple Q got to get back through all of this. Again, this would be called just an elephant candle, right? An elephant candle. I told myself the same thing, Tanya, that I would drink water before and after. Okay, so you drink 2 cups before and after a cup of coffee. Okay. Saida says, me too. I love coffee. Now, I can do coffee. Listen, any time of day, anything. I'm ready for some coffee. I use Thinkorswim and Charles Schwab. Coffee is the problem. I want to make sure that I'm getting both because when my nutritionist asked how much water I'm drinking, and I'm like, I drink this. I drink a cup of coffee. This, and she was like, okay, so give me the number that doesn't include the coffee. I was like, no. Why can't we include the coffee? That's made out of water. She's like, you can't really count that as the water. Because the coffee, even though I drink decaf, because regular coffee is dehydrating, I drink decaf so that I don't have that as a problem. She's like, nope, not quite. Nope, not the way that goes. Not the way that goes. I was going somewhere with this. I was looking at the weekly chart. 2 cups before and after a cup of coffee. I don't know if I could do maybe 1 cup before and after the cup of coffee, but I don't really drink. I've also made myself, when I make coffee, I'm not making I don't make but a certain amount. Like I make a cup of coffee, like 4 cups. I'll do my little coffee maker. I'll do 4. And once that's gone, I don't drink anymore. I also added, now I have the Premier Protein cafe latte flavored protein shakes. So sometimes I'll drink that. That way I get the coffee taste. And it's got a little bit of caffeine in it, honestly. It's got like, the amount of caffeine for 1 cup of coffee is inside the protein shake, but I also get the protein. So I feel like I'm better off when I do. I'm like, oh yes, this will work. Yes. Speaking of, you order me some more. I need to order me some more. Platform for Impact is it's you going through WAP, but it's a Discord. You're going to go through WAP to get to the Discord. Okay. Hi. This is Triple Q. This is the weekly chart on Triple Q. Y'all see this foolery? Coming right on back through. I'm not sure if it's coming back through pimping, but it's just coming back through. Oh, y'all been going up for 5 times. Let's go ahead and bring that back down. That's what Triple Q and the text are saying. Oh, you going up, are you? Let's bring that back down. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, is bringing it right on back down into a place that is what they think reasonable. Okay. I put some support down here at 451. We're at 463 right now, but there's some support at 451 on the weekly chart for sure. There was some resistance up here at the top, way up here, way last. Now we can look at this zone up here at 496 or just before 500. Strong, baby. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. Okay. Let's look at IWM. In the midst of all this red, IWM said they're not coming to the party. IWM said, y'all been going up all this time without me. Guess what? It's my turn. IWM has been going up for the past, 5-6 days. It did have a bit of a red day, but it didn't even close below that previous one right there. But IWM has been having some strength. And all of yesterday, SPX, SPY, Triple Q was falling off the bone. IWM was like, oh, we're going green over here. Even it went up all the way up to the high yesterday. Was this yesterday? This is Monday. The high Monday was 226, and the high yesterday was 223. And it's currently at 219. It's dropped down. Yesterday was kind of doji-ish. I'm on the weekly chart. That was last week. Let me go back to the daily chart so I'm make sure I'm getting, this is what's going on this week, not today. Sorry, y'all. This was IWM. Yesterday it did have a little bit of red. It's kind of consolidating in this zone right now. Maybe gainers, which is why our candle looks like a doji. It's just kind of consolidating. Hopefully it'll stay in this zone because, you know, IWM like a zone. It will get into a consolidation mode in a minute. But in this case, let's hope it goes ahead and keeps moving. Right? IWM is a small cap, the Russell 2000. It's the same thing that the RUT is based off of. Everybody in our community who sees Jamie trading the RUT, he's trading RUT. RUT is IWM, is the ETF for the Russell 2000. Okay. On the pre-market now, we're at 219.08 is where we are in the pre-market. That's IWM. And DIA. I got to go hit those things. I didn't even go back to see what my other stuff was because I got sidetracked. Y'all know how that happens for me. Para me. Okay, we've got I'm not sure if anybody trades a DIA, but let's go ahead and put some stuff on this chart. What is DIA anyway? Oh, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The big boy, because that's got it's only 401, it says. Looking like them other charts. Let's see what Yahoo Finance has to say. Elon Musk, key reason to own Tesla stock. U.S. future steady after big tech led wipeout. Alphabet sets up tech's big question. When will AI pay off? Why Tesla's high growth energy unit could be another something or other. CNBC. U.S. economy grew at a 2.8% pace in the second quarter, much more than expected. Southwest profit falls 46% as it takes urgent steps to increase revenue. Tech splurge on AI chips has companies in arms race that's forcing more spending. You know, my husband told me yesterday that Delta is like the last airline that's having a hard time getting itself back recovered after all this stuff. And how about the CEO decided he was going to Paris for the Olympic Games? Which I'm not saying that in itself is a bad thing to do, but bro, your company is in turmoil right now. And I'm gonna say bro because I'm sure it's a guy, but I'm sure it's a guy. Was that sexist or what? But anyway, he's going to the Olympics. It's like, you know, you got people sitting in airports and can't get home and luggage everywhere in every airport around America, and you gonna go and enjoy the Olympics. And I'm not saying that you can fix all these things. You can't necessarily fix all the things in all these airports, but at least be a show of force. It's just a bad optic. The optics are bad, right? It's not that you can't go wherever you want to go, Mr. CEO, but that's bad optics. Yeah. The look is not a good look. Not a good look, buddy. Not a good look. What was our calendar for the morning? What's on the calendar? We had, I think there's a red folder that came up today. Maybe I'm going to get to see it today, sometime today. Here we go. Today's Thursday. Advanced GDP quarter over quarter. Oh, it came in 2.8% green, which is good. Maybe that'll help the market recover today. Unemployment claims 235,000. They thought it would be 237,000. So that's better than expected. GDP price index 2.3% quarter over quarter for the advance and 0.5% core durable goods. Durable goods orders month over month, negative 6.6%. This is not good. They thought it was going to be a positive 0.3. But it's at negative 6.6. At 10:30, we got natural gas storage, and the G20 meetings start today. They're going on all day long. Tomorrow, we'll have core PCE as our red folder at 8:30 in the morning, personal income, personal spending, University of Michigan stuff, and then the G20 meetings also tomorrow. That's what's going on there. Let me go see if I can get the VIX on the screen. See if we can get the VIX. It's at 18. Why? The VIX is at 18. Ooh. Yes, I can look at that. LL, I definitely will. 18.19 is the VIX. Definitely VIX up, market down. That's generally how that moves. Okay, VIX up, market down. The pivots indicator that I use is, if you go on TradingView, it says pivots traditional. So let's go under indicators. I'm going to type in what I typed in when I was putting it on here. It's looking frothy. Come on, give me the indicators. Okay, in the indicators box, I'm going to type pivots. Type in pivots. No, not with the D on the end. So the top one, pivots point standard. Pivot points standard. Pivot points standard. Now, again, there might be something inside of Thinkorswim that has pivots. I've not looked for it, or did I look for it one time and didn't find it? Anyway, look in there and see if there's one inside of Thinkorswim if you don't have TradingView. But these pivots are just, they're doing exactly what they say they do, right? They're showing levels. They're showing support and resistance levels. There's a key pivot in the middle. And then there's support levels, resistance levels. And the key point in the middle, of course, is going to be based on the previous candle. And you can use that for your support and resistance numbers. This one rolled all the way down to S5. It did hit it and pull back, but it's like, whew, we got to, usually it don't take you five supports to get you to stop. But of course, once something starts going in one direction, everybody piles on, then next thing you know, you're still piling on. Yeah. Pivots indicator. I tried the one you typed above. It doesn't look like yours. Once you type in pivot point standard, then it comes up in the indicators. It comes up as pivot traditional daily. And I think you can change it to where it's not just on the daily, not just based on daily. You can base it on, you can do it. Oh, I might change mine to auto. Auto made it, and auto is going to kick in like whatever time frame you're on. It's going to give you the pivots on that time frame. I don't know if I would want that or not. I have to think about it some more, because if you want daily, if you're trading throughout the day, you don't necessarily, you kind of want the pivots, I guess, for the time frame that you're on. So these would be daily, and if I change it to 65 minutes, it would give me the pivots that fit that time frame. I could see where that could be useful. And what I did there was on pivots traditional auto, I went under here. I changed it from pivots time frame from daily. I changed it to auto. All right. I hope you found it and got it figured out. INTC, is it back down? I didn't look at any stocks for anybody this morning. Anybody have something they want us to look at today? NVIDIA is lower. Yeah, NVIDIA. Folks in Impact yesterday were talking about NVIDIA going down some more. Ooh, this is Intel. Well, come on, baby. You can do this. Intel's like, we don't want to get somebody else to do it. It is at a pivot point, though. Get somebody else to do it. That's what Intel is saying. Get somebody else to do it. Let's go look at NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is cool. I feel like I like Taiwan Semiconductors better. I feel like I like them better. This is NVIDIA. Let's see what we got here on with some gaps to show. Current price is at 113 on NVIDIA. Come on. That's what's taking so long. Got all kinds of stuff in here. All these lines to fill in. There's a gap above current price. It's not all the way filled. Not all the way fielded. support at 110, or at least a pivot point at 110, which is another gap down here that has yet to be filled. A gap from back in May. I'm on the daily time frame. Oh, it's mostly filled though. It got filled a couple days after. There's a little bit of it left. Okay, so that was the full gap, was here, but this price action here filled most of it. There's a little teensy weensy bit left. There's a little bit left down here, and that's a pretty good little ways down. This gap is at 106. This one here got filled. This one got filled. The one that was here got filled yesterday. There was a gap between June the 4th and June the 5th or 6th, looks like. That was the gap that was back here. That got filled with yesterday's candle. I'm only showing it to you so you can see that that yesterday's price action did fill it up. Right in here. So there's that. It gapped down yesterday and gapped down and then filled another gap, only to leave one in its wake. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So we've talked credit spreads. We've talked the indices this morning. We've talked about how our list is going. We've talked Adams numbers. We've hit the VIX this morning. We did all the pieces in the park. Credit spreads masterclass is this Saturday. Credit spreads masterclass is this Saturday. Go ahead and get registered for that. If you want your free charting cheat sheet, free charting checklist, it's at chartyourway100k.com. Chart your way to 100k.com for your free charting cheat sheet. I think I typed it all correctly. I think I typed chat sheet, but I hit the go already, and I think it's going to start going. Okay, there's that. Move us forward. Move us forward. Come on to the next screen, please. Oh, there we go. SPX playbook. For those who are doing 0 DTE on SPX. If you're doing 0 DTE, SPX or XSP, this is the secret to making 10% profits every single day. It's a playbook resource. It's $27 at spxplaybook.net. Let me go back and change this to .net. Next, we are on somewhere. There we go. The mouse just runs away. Where are you going, Mr. Mousy? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me in all the places on social media. I'm educator to trader in all the spots. Pass the word. Tell the people about us. If you know people who want to learn some more about options, send them our way. We'll help do what we can. All right. E2T Trader's Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts grow more and more each week. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. We keep making our declaration. One of these days, we're gonna live it. We're gonna live. I try not to trade my emotions, right? I want to try to make sure my account grows more and more each week. It is you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. All righty. So you all make coming on here every morning fun, right? Because y'all with the comments, you always offer, you engage. I do appreciate that we engage and we hang out with us today. I appreciate this every morning before I send myself off to work, send myself off to the classroom. All right. I want you all to do two great things today. Two good things. We're going to stay green and we're going to get this money. All right. Everybody have a great green day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you later. See you in the market. Bye, everyone. It's going to end the stream soon. Maybe not. I'm pushing the button to end the stream. Let's see if it'll end the stream. Hello, pushing the right buttons. Y'all are welcome. You're welcome. I don't know why it won't end the stream. I guess not Peakbot. StreamYard wants me to stay on here. Here we go. I think we're